Jambo guys. We're right now at the biggest bus station here in Dar Es Salaam. So this is called Magufuli bus station or Mbeya. It's located on the western side of Dar es Salaam, and we're right now trying to catch a bus that will take us from here, Dar es Salaam, all the way down to the southern border city of Mbeya. So I just thought I'll show you a little bit of what the bus station looks like. This is the bus we're actually on. They're carrying a little bike also inside. The bus station is actually super busy. It's very, very noisy, as you can hear, and there's so many buses there. From Dar es Salaam you can pretty much catch a bus to everywhere, and we just bought our bus tickets right here after coming to the bus station. It's costing us 56,000 shilling per person, and the distance is almost like, I think it's nearly 1,000 kilometers if I'm not wrong. That blue color bus is the one we are on, and like any other typical bus stop / railway station, there's a lot of snack vendors everywhere. So they're selling soda, chocolates, biscuit, and most importantly Karonga or peanuts. So we've just got some snacks also. Let's just quickly jump into the bus, and then I guess it will start moving anytime now. It's supposed to move at 6 o'clock, but okay, Shish says come. What's up, Shish?
Welcome to our home for tonight.
So this is our seat. We've got like a 2+2 layout. So it's not actually that narrow, it's quite spacious. I feel it's...
I think we'll get a good night's sleep. And it has been so long since we took an overnight sleeper bus like this.
I think this is our first bus.
Our first bus in East Africa, like an overnight bus.
Last time we were on a night bus was in Afghanistan, and it was one heck of a crazy journey. It was all the way from Kabul until we reached the border with Tajikistan. So we were just talking about those memories. It was a really, really very intense experience for us. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you go check it out. It's a story from our life that we really feel sums up some of our biggest struggles on the road. So it was crazy. Now anyways, there's a lot of snacks coming into the bus also, like there's vendors walking up and down like this. And in typical African fashion,
There's music playing already.
and this entire deck, the entire roof is actually lit up with LEDs.
Yeah.
So it feels like a little disco theme.
It looks similar to the buses we saw in Vietnam. There's one more lighting.
So let's see, the bus is already moving. The other way we would have done this journey was probably by hitchhiking.
It should have taken us at least 2 days to go from Dar to Mbeya. So we thought, let's just take the sleeper bus. By this, we will reach Mbeya early morning, and then we can try to cross it to Malawi tomorrow. drop this off here. This town is called Yole and it's so cold right now. It feels like it's in like single digit degrees. Oh my god.
Yeah, the bus ride was not too bad, except for the fact that the music was playing all night long. They didn't stop at any time. And African music always has the same kind of vibe, so it's the same kind of fast-paced, high-tempo music. And that's why we barely fell asleep.
And the driver was just rushing through. He made it here by 7 o'clock itself.
So,
Speeding through.
for the first time, I think they've kept up their time. Which otherwise, if you don't already know from what you've seen on our videos, there's a thing in Africa called African time. And we're used to it because in India, we have something called the Indian Standard Time where we do things a bit slower than what we're supposed to. And we thought it would happen here too. But now it's 7 a.m. and we're already here at Uyole.
The plan for the day is to go towards the Malawi border and enter Malawi.
So if you go that way, it goes to Mbeya city, and from there you head, I think, another 100 kilometers or so to the Zambian border. But if you head this way, you head 100 kilometers further south, and that's where you're supposed to get the Malawi border. So
Our plan is to hitchhike from here to the border. I see so many cars going on this route.
So we have now reached Kasumulu town. It's the last town on the Tanzanian-Malawian border, and we're only about 500 meters or a kilometer away from the border. We can literally see it from here.
In the morning it was so cold, it was like 12 degrees and now it's super sunny and so hot.
We made the mistake of wearing jackets and all of that now.
Well, I removed it at least. We hitchhiked a little bit and we also took the public bus till the border, and as soon as we came here, we exchanged some money. So the Google rate was for 1000 Tanzanian shilling, you would get around 642 Malawi and Kwacha.
Malawi and Kwacha is also a weak currency, and it's not very easily found even in its own neighboring countries. So that's why we decided to bring some Tanzanian money and change it here before crossing into Malawi, so that we could bargain for the best rate. Anyway, we've got a rate of 700 Kwacha for 1000 shilling, which is a little bit more than the market rate, which is like 640. So we did feel a bit suspicious about the whole thing.
Because he didn't even bargain, he directly agreed to our price. Now I have two concerns. Maybe I quoted a very low price. Maybe the black market rate is much better. And the two, we were doubtful of the currency notes which he gave. So we double check, triple check.
I in fact
Google images.
I in fact googled the currency's design and I started to compare with the note, but there's only so much you can do while standing on the street and handling money. So anyway, that was the situation. We also had to print out our visas. We had applied for the e-visa, $50 for like, I think a 30-day stay, if I'm not wrong. We applied it online, had to submit the hotel bookings and our passport copies while filling the form. And then after about 4 working days, we got the visas in our inbox. So we just had to print out a copy of it, and now we're taking it to the border. We just got stamped out from Tanzania, and now Shish is very sad because Tanzania was so nice. Such a beautiful 1 month that we spent here.
I'm gonna miss the Azam ice cream the most.
I think of all East African countries, Tanzania is definitely the one with the largest landmass, and it took so long to get across all these places, but even then we had such an amazing time. So to all the people of Tanzania who made our experience so much fun, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
Yes, but I want to really come back and spend more time in Tanzania.
Is the Songwe River. It divides the two countries here as a natural border. So once we get to the other side, we'll have to go back into immigration for an entry into Malawi. Unlike the other border posts which were in East Africa, this is not shared. Like the same building is not shared between both countries. So here it is split into two different offices on two sides of the border. And we've just made it into Malawi.
The immigration process was super smooth, no questions asked on both the sides. Tanzania exit was also super quick. Malawi entry it took a little bit of time because they had to do so many stamps on the passport. We waited for about 10 minutes, but it was nice and easy.
So they basically take your e-visa copy and then they put like a big stamp on the passport which has the details of the visa, and then they put a little entry stamp next to it separately. And right now, even though our visa is valid for 3 months, they give us a stay of 30 days at one time.
But if you want to extend, we can go to the immigration office and extend for another 60 days. But we don't know if we have to pay again or it's free.
So now that we are done with immigration, our next step is to find a ride to the next biggest city. There's one called Karonga, which is about an hour away from here, further south. And apparently it's on the lake itself. So for those of you who haven't seen it on the map yet, Malawi is a very thin and narrow country. It's landlocked on all sides, surrounded by Zambia, Mozambique and Tanzania. And a good portion of it is actually called Lake Malawi. It's a water body. It's one of the bigger lakes here in Africa. So most of the big cities and towns in Malawi, they're located on the banks of the lake itself. So we might be seeing a lot of that.
But after the immigration work got done, we bumped into a few more money changes, and we learned that the rate is actually 850 and we got it at 700. So we really lost around 1,800 rupees.
Yeah, but all of this is not very clearly known. You really have to hustle your way to a better exchange rate. And if you do, that's great. Anyways, the price that we were able to get was above the market rate. So in a way, yeah, it was good. But in another way, it could have been a lot better. So anyway, this is the situation. Now, I think there are no buses directly to the big cities from here. We have to go look for one to the next nearest village, and from there further on.
We just crossed the border and came out and found this Airtel kiosk right outside. We bought a SIM card for 1,000 kwacha. We bought internet package of 2.5 GB of data for 7 days, and we paid 1,500 kwacha. And now we need to hitchhike to the nearest town.
All that is agricultural land. And all those are trucks waiting to leave customs. And this is a hungry shish.
Hungry and tired. Let's get going. It's 1 hour to the first town.
Hi Joseph.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. How are you?
Okay. This is Malawi.
You can say now.
You have reached Malawi. This is Malawi. Yeah.
Thank you. So we're right now on a truck that's carrying fuel, and this is what it looks like. What are you doing, Shish?
Trying to find a place to stay for tonight.
We are very sleepy because of being so tired waiting in the sun, and no sleep on the bus. Come. So that was the truck we were just on. And we're now in this town called Karonga. It's one of the bigger towns on the northern banks of Lake Malawi. Yeah.
So you want to pay?
Yeah, you want me to pay now?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can give quotation.
So this is the room we've just checked into. It's a pretty decently sized room.
We paid 10,000 Malawian kwacha, which is around 500 Indian rupees, and the room looks really nice and cozy. They have curtains, they have air conditioning, they even have a TV, and the toilet and shower is inside the room, and hot water is there. We just came out to eat and we found this restaurant close by to our hotel, and we've ordered rice, beans and chipsy as usual, and we've ordered this soda which is very unique and for the first time we are seeing here in Malawi. It's coconut flavor, it's really strange. I didn't like it so much. Maybe, I don't think even you will like it. And as soon as we entered the restaurant, we saw an Indian television series running. It's Nagin. Check it out. It's nice in the initially when you start drinking you will feel like a lemony flavor, but after some time when it hits your throat, that's when you realize it's actually coconut flavor. It's really unique and really strange. Maybe after drinking like 2-3 sips you might start liking it. Now I like it a little bit.